What's up, guys? I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never, and welcome back to another Cocoro update. If you enjoy this style of content, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. As always, none of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want.
Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and hop straight into Cocoro, and as you guys can see, since my last Cocoro video, we have had a very nice bounce. I was previously talking about how we were in a falling wedge or a bull flag, whichever way you wanted to look at it, and we were bouncing off of the previous high. And you can see that the two most recent daily candles have been very strong, and we're back up to a $23.8 million market cap. And we were actually just over 25 million a little bit ago. And the reason that we've dropped a little bit is because Ethereum is pulling back a little bit. However, Ethereum right now is incredibly bullish. If you guys have been watching my content at all over the last few weeks, I've been talking about how we need to get back above the 200-day moving average. And when you look at the 200-day moving average, this yellow line right here, you can see that we actually closed above it. And then the most recent candle is continuing to show strength. I would say right now the major resistance that we need to get back above is this previous wick right here. And this previous wick is 2,789. But if we can actually get back above this previous wick, then I definitely think we look very good. Although do understand that we absolutely could see some volatility because there's a lot of macro news this week. But for Ethereum, so far so good. But again, you look at Cocoro right now and we look very strong. In my humble opinion, this is one of the best looking charts in all of crypto. We are in a clear macro uptrend right now, and this is a textbook support and resistance flip. Now, if we come over to CoinMarketCap, you can see that the Cocoro volume is actually very good as well, 3.7 million. And what's interesting about this is if you look at the exchanges, MEXC is not even on here yet. And that's because technically MEXC is still evaluating Cocoro. And I know some people are a little bit concerned about that, but if you look at the Cocoro holders, MEXC is going to list Cocoro. If you scroll down here, you can see that they're already the 25th largest wallet. They hold 0.6% of the supply. Ask yourself the question, why would MEXC be buying if they're not going to actually list Cocoro? But in general, when you look at the Cocoro holders, this has some of the best distribution you could possibly want in a meme coin. Go around and look at a lot of other meme coins and you will just see tons of different 3% holders, 2% holders, tons of different 1% holders. The distribution on this project looks phenomenal. And you pair that with the fact that they just got LBank and MEXC for free. Now again, I understand it's not actually on MEXC yet, but I just showed you guys MEXC is already loading up. And then it also has one of the strongest charts in all of crypto. Now, if you come over to the Cocoro X account, this is where things get even better. So you can see they're back up to 2,180 followers. And this is actually their second account right here because their first one got suspended. If their first one didn't get suspended, they'd have significantly more. But there's a few major things recently. So 11 hours ago, Cocoro is officially listed as a non-profit organization. Cocoro continues to do only good every day. Now, what's also very interesting is this right here 23 hours ago from Shiba Inu. Okay, if we actually click on this, you can see that HTX posted a video with Cocoro in it again. And they've done this like 4 or 5 different times already. And Shiba Inu, the second largest meme coin with 3.9 million followers, goes out of their way to say time for Cocoro. It's not like this is a post that Shiba Inu was tagged in or anything like that. They literally went out of their way to say this about Cocoro. So now if you come over to CoinMarketCap again, and if you look at meme coins ranked, this is where things are so amazing to me about Cocoro. And this is why I just had to get on board with Cocoro. As you guys know, I've been talking about it consistently recently. It's absolutely one of my highest conviction plays, and this is why. So if you actually think about the narrative for a second, Dogecoin. Cocoro is Dogecoin's sister, and it is the largest meme coin that we have ever seen. It's currently a $28.8 billion market cap. Okay, now what's the second largest meme coin? Shiba Inu. Cocoro is a Shiba Inu, and it's the first ever black and white Shiba Inu in crypto. And Shiba Inu is the second largest meme coin, and they are openly shilling Cocoro on X. Okay, and then you think about what is another project that's in Cocoro's narrative? Nero. And as you guys know, Nero CTO went from a $15 million market cap to a $1.3 billion market cap. And Cocoro is the exact same narrative as Nero. Arguably even more unique because she's a black and white Shiba Inu. Now, is it guaranteed that Cocoro is going to do massive multipliers? No, it's not. Nothing is ever guaranteed in crypto. But Cocoro also doesn't have major competition like this Nero had. You have to understand there was already another Nero that was a $300 million market cap. So when I sit here and I actually think about the narrative and I think about how strong the community is, it's just hard for me to not be incredibly bullish on Cocoro. The community is already massive. If you guys are not in their Telegram, I highly recommend joining their Telegram. I think you guys will be just as impressed as I am. They do voice chats almost every single day as well. So I definitely recommend checking it out. Now, I do also want to talk about Bitcoin for a little bit just because it's going to have a major impact on the entire market. So if you look at Bitcoin right now, you can see that the monthly time frame still looks incredibly strong. For the last few weeks, I've been talking about how the most recent candles were incredibly bullish. We had 2 very strong closes in a row. Because of that, I wouldn't be shocked at all if we had a continuation candle. And so far, we're looking very good. Bitcoin actually reached 110,500 already. And if you look at the stochastics, we still have juice to keep going. And then I'm going to show you guys the weekly time frame for M2 Global Liquidity just because it's easier to show on the weekly. But if you look at M2 Global Liquidity, I've been showing this a lot, but it's been breaking out since January. And if you go back through Bitcoin's history, M2 Global Liquidity almost always front runs breakouts. You can see it's breaking out right here, Bitcoin explodes afterwards. And pretty much every single time that is the case. And again, we've been breaking out since January. Don't be shocked at all if Bitcoin does continue to fly. But I'm telling you right now, the larger timeframes for Bitcoin still look very good. Yes, the stochastics and RSI are getting a little bit overbought on the weekly, but that's not the end of the world. We have seen many different times where they can get pinned up top and Bitcoin just continues to rip. But that's about it for the update today. Again, I highly recommend joining the Cocoro Telegram. Keep this project on your watch list. I'm not telling you guys to buy it, but keep your eyes on it. But if you guys are interested in Cocoro and you guys are interested in getting in a project super early like Cocoro, then I also recommend taking a look at my Discord. As a lot of you guys know, I first posted Cocoro in my Discord around a $5 million market cap, but we've been making huge gains this entire bull run. Just over the last month, we've nailed our largest gain that we've ever hit as a community, a 691x. And if you look at the crypto gain section, we're just printing in here pretty much every single day. So if this is the kind of community that you'd like to be a part of, you can find the link right here on my YouTube homepage. I'd love to see you guys in here. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments how high do you guys think Cocoro will go this bull run. If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.